Hello friends, it's Stacy. I am here to show you the real me behind the makeup. And I'm gonna chit chat with you today and I'm gonna take you through everything I do from start to finish. I don't even have foundation primer on my face yet because I wanna show you everything I do. I do just have SPF, eye cream, moisturizer, and I also wanted to show you my makeup case. This one is under 20, has a handle, comes with a strap so you can attach it to this little buckle and like throw it over your shoulder or whatever. It has all the brushes in here, and it's even got a really easy to clean side with the Velcro, and then all my makeup fits in here. And there's little dividers you can like change the way that you're organizing your makeup. So what I do first is I'm going to spray some of my Volume Dry Blast, shake it up really good in between each spray, and I'm just going to let my hair get a little volume while I do my makeup. With this little claw clip, I'm just gonna clip it up. When I am done with my makeup, I will massage with my fingers into my scalp where the spray was, and it will give me even more volume for the day. All right, so now this is my favorite primer. It is an aloe and water-based product. It does not have silicone in it. I just use a tiny little bit and I kind of dab it all over. This foundation here is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You will be able to tell here in a second how beautiful it is through the camera. So I did 2 pumps because I like a lot of coverage. So this is definitely more of it's an ultra long wear, really does, it lasts all day. And it's more of like a medium to full coverage. So I'm just kind of stippling it in. I'm gonna use my damp beauty blender and I am just going to stipple it in, pressing it into all the pores and crevices, all the places and spaces on my beautiful skin that just needs a little enhancement. Okay, while we're doing this really quick, I want to ask you, and you can comment below, do you have a favorite side of your face? It's funny because when I turn to the left, this is my least favorite side of my face, and I like this side better. So every selfie that you see, I'm always like from this side. I feel like my cheekbone's better. It's so weird. So once you get to the end, I'll just kind of take and blend anything that's left down on my neck. And then I'll also, around my lip, make sure that if there's a little bit of foundation left, it's okay to have some foundation around your lips, so when you go to put your lip liner on, you can have a really nice, clean, crisp line that also is gonna look natural. I do want to mention that if you want a really seamless, easy, simple foundation to throw on without having to have this fuller coverage, I always have this Chanel, it's the Aqua line of foundation. I will link this for you as well. This one is perfect. You cannot mess this one up. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer, but it is more of a medium, which obviously I like heavy coverage. So if the medium coverage on this works beautifully for me. You can just rub it in with your fingers. Honestly, rub it in super fast. You don't have to use a blender, you don't have to use anything, and this one's great. The next thing that I do is I will literally just take this eyeshadow base. I am like so simple when it comes to some of this stuff. I don't want it to be too complicated for you. The shade of this one is Envy, and I just take my ring finger because my ring finger has the least amount of muscle behind it. Like, it's my finger that cannot give a lot of pressure, and you really want to be gentle when you're working around your eye area because you don't want to be dragging on it and pulling it. It is the equivalent of like tissue paper compared to the skin on your face would be like writing paper, okay? So it is very, very thin, fine, and you don't want to be tugging on it a lot. Now I've smoothed out all of the little lines on my eyelid, any discoloration, any redness. It just will give the perfect, flawless base to the shadow that I'm gonna put on. So I'm going to bring it down. It's almost like a triangle. Do you see that? So I really like it for any darkness, and it's not too heavy. There is another one that I've seen that I kind of want to try, but this is the second tube that I've purchased of this one, and I just think the color is great. It wears all day, and there is nothing more annoying to a tired mom than when I put concealer on. Say I have like a drugstore brand, which I've tried, and then it's like worn off in a couple hours. So then I look, you know, red under my eye or whatever. So just be gentle, and again, you're just pressing it in. So I've got my translucent powder from Laura Mercier. It doesn't have any pigment to it. So I am not adding pigment on top of pigment, giving a thick look to my skin. There is nothing more unattractive than extra layers. So this is like French triple milled, super smooth. And then I will also take this Charlotte Tilbury. I love, this is in shade Fair, number 1. It's an airbrush flawless powder, and it's great for under the eye. So I'm just gonna dip my beauty blender in it and dab a little bit up into the eye to set my concealer. So I'm just gonna take this angled brow brush into the dark or the light side of my brow powder, and I use taupe. I start at the arch usually, and I work my way down. Now I did just get my brows microbladed about a month ago, so they are a little, like the color's a little off, but I love the shape. And it doesn't need, like if you're feeling like you have a lot of hair here but not in the arch, start in the arch, and then you can go down and just do a little bit here. So it's like little hair strokes, and sometimes I'll even mix both colors. And I promise you, when you start filling in your brows, they are the picture frame of your face. They are so beyond important, I can't even tell you. So I would not skip this step. If I'm just doing a 5-minute makeup, my brows are still going on because I look crazy without them. Obviously I have them kind of permanently now. And then I would for sure do mascara, for sure do a little pop of bronzer or blush, and then of course lip gloss, so your lips don't look like the dry desert, all crazy and cracky. You've got your eyes lit up, you've got your cheeks good, you have the balance of everything, right? So that would be my one recommendation to you there. All right, mamacita, it is bronzer time. I love this bronzer palette because it gives you a light color to highlight with that does not have shimmer, just in case you don't want any shimmer, and then it gives the dark tone. And these powders are beautiful. So you're gonna go right underneath your your cheekbone. Sorry, I can't talk. And then, hold on, you're gonna just kind of go down here. Don't stretch your face up too much, just give it the natural edge. And then I'm gonna take it up here. This is matte, it doesn't have any shimmer to it. So you're literally just like carving out your face, adding color. Like if you do have a larger forehead, like a 5 head, call it like a 5-finger head, definitely cut it off. Anytime you put dark on your face, it's going to recede away. And when you put light and highlight on, it's gonna bring forward. So that's the whole idea behind it. You don't want the bronzer to be too high up on your cheekbone unless it's a really light shimmer. So this brush is awesome. I actually got it at Target in a set for like super cheap. It's really dense and it kind of lets you buff and shape at the same time. And the reason why you do it underneath here is if you do have any loose skin, you can put the brush there, or you can put the dark there, because it's going to give you more of a defined jawline. And I am going to, you're gonna laugh, I thin out my nose with it, which again, this is kind of hard to do in the phone, but I put it right here, and then I'll kind of shape it there. And what this does is and now I'm gonna take the light color with a fluffier brush, just whatever fluffy brush you have, and I'm just going to like buff out the edges. With makeup, you do not want to see any lines of demarcation. You want everything blended as much as possible, unless you're like blending it away, which you don't want to blend things away. So I'm just gonna do light. The rule with it is you wanna brighten up and lighten up the middle of your face. So I'll even add this light powder here in the middle. And you can do it on the top of your cheekbone too, but I'm gonna do a highlight there instead today. So make sure everything's blended. You're not gonna look like a zebra, you're not gonna look crazy, you're just gonna have that little extra edge to your face that you want. It's blush time. Okay, so this is one of my favorite colors of blush in the whole wide world. I just get it on there gently, and then I almost do like a backward C with it. So you smile so you can see the apples of your cheeks. And you're just gonna kind of go like that here. You don't have to like go crazy on your cheek and go all nuts on it. Just smile, tell yourself something nice about yourself. Give yourself that pink little pop of color. You want your eyes to look like jewels, your cheeks to look like basically flower petals, and then you want your lips to look juicy like fruit. That's kind of the idea behind makeup. All right, so now it's time for my highlight, and I'm gonna take this fan brush, which actually came in the same kit that bronzer brush came in, and I'm just gonna fan it right on top of the cheekbone. Think of where the sun hits. Think of where the light hits. I'm gonna go just down the middle of the face again, and can also do a little bit underneath the brow bone. I do not like a very strong, because this brush is so big, it's not gonna leave me with like a thick highlighted look. Like if I were to use something like this small, it would be too much highlight under my brow. I don't want to see a bunch of light coming from under my brow. I just want to tuck a little shimmer underneath it, because that is so 90s. I can't even handle it. Now, where I could put a shimmer like this is on my eyelid to bring my eyelid forward, make my eye shape look bigger and bolder, but I do not want to bring this brow forward or this bone forward too much. I just want it to be gently highlighted. So that is one of the main tips that I see, one of the main things I see people doing wrong with, and it just throws off the entire proportion of the face, and I would not recommend it. All right, let's talk eyes. Guys, this palette just came the other day, and I'm dying. Look at all the colors. Oh my goodness. And then this brush I will have linked for you. It's my favorite go-to crease brush. So where I start with my eyes, it's very simple. There is this brown color that I could use because it's a matte. I could use this caramel color. I could use this light maroon color. I'm gonna actually mix the caramel color with the light maroon, and I'm gonna tap off any excess, and then I'm gonna start in the corner. Wherever you put your brush, the most color pigment will be deposited. So don't put your brush here and start blending this way. Put it in the corner of your eye, because that's where you're allowed to have a little bit more dark, and then work your way inward. It's like a windshield wiper. You can open up your eyes just by doing a really neutral matte crease color. Even if you have brown eyes, you can still use a neutrally whiskey brown crease color, you know? So it's super simple, just kind of blend, blend, blend. Now there are a ton of fun shimmer colors. So just for quick reference, I could use any of these. I could use the gold. I could even, you know, do any of these here, like this beautiful topaz-y color. So I'm gonna take my finger, just because it's super easy, and I'm just doing like everyday makeup right now. I'm gonna take my finger into this color here, and I'm literally going to tap it on my lid. You want most of the shimmer to be on your lid, because again, that's gonna pop it. It's gonna be pretty when you look down. When you blink, people are gonna get a little, well, when you're around people, because we're like quarantined right now, so when you look down and you're making dinner for your children, they're gonna be like, oh, mommy has such pretty shimmer on her eyelid. So that's a great way to do it. It also comes with a brush, which is beautiful. So honestly, this brush could be used as a crease brush actually. So never mind, you don't need to buy one if you're getting this palette. And then you can take this smaller brush and you can kind of pick, like I am going to pick this color here, and I'm just gonna stroke it underneath my lash line, right in my lower lash line. This warms up the lower lash line. It doesn't add anything crazy, but it lets your eye color pop because you're surrounding your eye color with other colors, and it's just a really nice way to do it. Now, I normally use a brush like this. I use a very small one. Do you see that? So I will take it up underneath and just, you can even bring it out a little bit and start your crease color a little bit further out. You could also take like a darker color and keep it right on the edge, like do a circular motion with your brush, or even take this brush here and kind of tap it and create a darker look. But this is just like everyday look that I'm doing. You could even take this side of the brush and just kind of tap a little darker color there in the corner and add more dimension to your eye. I do like using this brush, like say, let me do this gold color here. I'm gonna take a little bit of that gold. So if you have brown eyes, anything with like a silvery blue, gray will make the brown pop because it's opposite of the color wheel. But because I have blue eyes, the warm colors make my eyes pop. So like the golds and the browns contrast with the blue because they're opposite on the color wheel, and it's really fun to have a little gold there. A little bit of this kohl eye pencil right underneath. I'm gonna lift my lashes up, just gonna prop them up there. So to get your wing, you take it and hold it like this. You're basically laying it down at an angle. It's really hard to mess this up. Next, you are going to take it across and you're gonna lay the side of the liner just on top of your lashes. Voila, super easy, winged liner. So because I took the kohl liner up underneath, it's connected the top liner with that kohl liner so that you don't see any space. What you do not, especially as you get older, you do not want to have eyeliner sitting on top of your lash line and then a fleshy colored tone, which would be your skin, and the skin in between your eyelashes showing underneath that. It is going to look odd. It's going, once you see it, once you try this makeup trick and this eyeliner trick, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's so weird. Like I can see it on people when I'm chatting with them. I'm like, all I can see is the liner sitting on her lashes. Like she needs to take the liner and she needs to fill it in underneath so that it's one nice solid beautiful line, so that your lashes all look like one, like they're coming from one dark place. You don't have to do this liner on top if you don't want to. You can just do it, the kohl liner up underneath, and that's gonna be enough for you. You could even smudge a little bit with like that really small tip, like you could even smudge some of the kohl pencil in there. You could even take a little bit of like a dark brown eyeshadow and you can kind of smudge it in between if you want a very like smoldery but clean look that doesn't look too eyeliner-ish. That would work as well. Okay, so oftentimes, I don't know what it is, but I can get red on the inner rim of my eye. So you just kind of pop again. You just want to take your finger and expose that waterline. And I am going to take this pencil. It's a roll up, so it's kind of nice that way. And it just is going to give me not a white, it's not going to be white, like for makeup or movies or whatever, or for television, movies, photography, fine. You can have like a white stark line that's going to make the white of your eyes look whiter, look more white, because that's what it does. It helps, like if your eyes are red, you're tired, that's a makeup trick, like an illusion to make your eyes look more bright and awake and open. But this is a flesh toned one, so that's why I like it, because you can just put it on. I don't normally do a lot of dark on my waterline. For an evening look, I could totally take my kohl pencil and mark my waterline with that dark black and then just smudge in with, you know, whatever eyeshadow I wanted underneath it. But I personally find that my eyes, because I'm in my 40s, my eyes close up too much and I don't like it as much. So, all right, next I am going to do the Sills Booster primer for my lashes. Guys, this is a game changer. I honestly never used it when I worked in cosmetics. I knew about it and I remember people buying it all day long every day, and for some reason I just didn't see the importance in it, or I never gave it a try. It is so good. It is amazing. I got a sample of it in a gift with purchase, and so I was like, oh, okay, I'll try this. And I'm telling you, it is awesome. It makes your lashes feel so much thicker and fuller. And I talked to a couple of my girlfriends and they were like, oh yeah, I've been using that since I was like 20. Like, it's the best product ever. I'm gonna take my mascara and I kind of shimmy it from the bottom. So if you're noticing, I take the wand right up underneath and I kind of tilt my head back so I can get the entire lash, and then my lashes are not hitting my eyelid like crazy. It's time for lips. So this is my favorite liner. It is so smooth and creamy, and nothing compares to it, really. It's a neutral shade. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it up on the edge of my lip, giving my lips a fuller look. I'm gonna show you another trick in a second that will like completely give you like the look of lip injections. So I'm starting from the outer corner and I'm literally rolling it up as high up on my lip line as I can possibly go. So you can see my lips look a little fuller, they're gonna look a little bigger, and this is Cream Cut by MAC. It is such a pretty color. This, guys, a friend got this for me. It's Tan Lines and it's a Sephora gloss. Super pretty, highly recommend. My daughter even put it on, who's 9, the other day, and she's like, Mom, this gloss is beautiful. I'm like, I know, it's so pretty. But instead of showing you on that one today, I'm gonna show you this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Gloss. I love the smell, and a lot of lip plumping glosses burn my lips too bad, but this one is the perfect clear, and it doesn't hurt. It's got like just a clear opalescent look to it, and in about 5 seconds I'm gonna look like I got lip injections, needles in my lip, which I do not want. So this is a lifesaver. I think that's it. Oh, I'm gonna just show you one other thing, but now I can just take my hair out. I can massage that volume spray into my roots a little bit, activating it, and it will give me that, oh, I need my hair done so bad. Thanks, quarantine, thanks. But let me show you how I take my makeup off, especially around my eyes. I used to hate the greasy eye makeup removers because they would burn my skin sometimes. And I found this little cloth that I will wash my face with my cleanser. In fact, I highly recommend doing a double cleanse at night. Don't use makeup wipes. Unless you have to, because nothing removes the makeup better than like warm soapy water. So it looks like this, and it's called the makeup eraser, and you literally wash it in the washing machine. I hang mine up to dry, but you can dry it as well. I get it a little bit wet under the sink, and I can take off all my eye makeup. Or if there's a little bit of makeup kind of left around the edge of my hair where I didn't want to splash and get my hair wet, this takes everything away. I love it. It's crazy. And then also, this is the Urban Decay all-nighter spray. And what I'll do is I'll just shake it, and at the very last part, I just lightly mist it on, and literally my makeup will not move the rest of the day. It also works well if you want your shimmer on your eyelid to really stay on and pop. You can spritz it on your eyeshadow brush, getting it a little bit damp. Tap your eyeshadow brush into that shimmer and press it onto your lid, and it gives the most beautiful look for completely like all night long. You will, or all day long, you will not see anything move on your eyelid. So I hope this helped you, and thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for being here with me. If you have any questions, let me know, and mwah, much love to you today.